Welcome to Quantum Business Shifts, Episode 4. You've got Yuval Roden and Coach Hess here. Today, our message is really about, good golly, tomorrow's Thanksgiving. And Thanksgiving is kind of the theme around our Episode 4, the frequency of gratitude and the quantum leadership that we have. But most importantly, we're going to talk 5 areas around the path to magnetic success, which is the philosophy that we're bringing forward here in quantum business shifts. Yuval, give it up, buddy. What are we talking about when we talk real gratitude here, and and what this is about in the magnetic world from your perspective?
The Thanksgiving is now over the corner in the state, and people are really happy to celebrate this day. But actually, we should really try and adapt and have it in every day because we really don't remember to appreciate whatever we're having in our regular life. We have been programmed really to struggle and to push very hard, forgetting what we already have: the family, the health, the kids, the relationship, even the money. So as long as we keep ourselves in the gratitude level, our frequency is rising up, and then we'll really attract better things to our life. So Thanksgiving, it's amazing day, but we should better try and remember it almost in every day, no
Absolutely.
matter no matter what your religious is.
I love that. It's really easy for me to be grateful every day that I get up and get to do what I get to do, and I actually spend some time in the beginning of my day looking at my calendar and doing affirmations against each potential meeting I'm going to have. And it's about being grateful to be able to serve those people and give a gift, which is really the magnetism that we want to draw to I think makes me feel good. I guess that's the bottom line. I feel like I'm doing the right thing every day. And it sounds like I'm prescribing a little bit to what you're suggesting by doing that. So, first and more foremost, I think we've got 5 points we're going to talk about today in this whole topic. And the first one is the why, in terms of this path to magnetic success. What's the why all about? Why is it important? What is that why in your definition kind of need to come about? Where does it come from? How do we define it? How do we get a hold of it? How do we grab onto it? Because I don't think it's real easy to know our true why.
I think the question should be started, what do I really want to get in the aspect of the feeling on the frequency? I would like to feel proud. I would like to feel rich. I would like to feel with complete fulfillment. I would like to feel that I give my gift. So the why start, what would I like to feel? And from that, we can really draw down everything because I would like to feel that I really serve people. I would like to feel financial freedom. I would like to feel happiness. I would like to feel love. What would I like to feel? Feeling is frequency. And if you focus on the frequency you'd like to feel, then things will be start easily attracted to you on the same level if you just follow our 5 steps today. This
All
is the
right.
way I started.
Yeah. Well, and that reflects back on some of our previous chapters of, your future self, seeing yourself of where you're going to be. And that's part of the why is that I think once you have that defined, I'd like to share real quickly my why and how it came about. It wasn't an overnight success, but what I found was when I finally found what it actually was, I had lived it all my life. I just wasn't conscious of what it was in the feeling of filling my heart and what that felt like. And it took me a long time until I've now truly locked in and know what it was. And it came down to the fact that I went through a bit of a crisis, where I beat pancreatic cancer. And in the process of that coming out the other end, I was kind of thinking, I spent a lot of time while I was in that hospital in recovery talking to people that were on their deathbed and listening to them and understanding where they were in their life and their thoughts. And you know what everybody talked about almost every time? It's family. They were all about their family. So as I was leaving the hospital, and I was very grateful for the fact that I was I was going to not have a problem going forward, but it was going to be a big recovery. I wasn't going to die from pancreatic cancer is what it came down to. But when I was leaving, I started thinking about what is with me? Why did I go in and talk to those people? What is that about? And it was a real big why for me internally asking that question. And as I left and thought about it, what it came down to is I tracked my history of my life, of everything that's brought this happiness and joy to me, and why have I chased that, and where has that been? I got down to when I was 8 years old, and I remember dribbling the basketball in a basketball game up the middle of the court, making a fake, throwing a pass to one of my buddies. They catch the pass, score the layup, and we win the game. And I feel like that assist of bringing joy to a gift that, I had a little gift to give. And that is what has filled my heart. And that's what filled my heart from that day forward, I think, for the rest of my life. I pursued finding that ability to give assist and why I'm a business coach today and living the real life of, I didn't discover that but till 8 years ago. Why did I live 50 years or so of having that as my why and not being able to identify it? Probably because I didn't meet a guy like you, Val, along the way to help me identify that point. But now I got it. And what a great thing to have when you know your why like nothing else. And it's infectious and it spreads. And it's a beautiful thing. So thank you for letting me share my why with a little bit of depth here. But that's what I feel about the why.
Well, that's amazing. I really appreciate the words and the true hug. But this health issue was a gift,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So many times in our life, we really face quite serious situations, and we are not really aware what gift was it or why it was coming to our life, because nothing really comes in a coincidence. That's the way, at least I believe it.
right,
Okay, so we just have to try and look for this why. Why did it happen? What can I make good out of it?
right.
Right?
Daily presence
Daily presence.
and really understanding our gift. Now that I've got this, what is my gift now to work with clients and anyone else, whatever you once you've got this why feel, what's this gift? It's your unique value promise. See, we have to be differentiated as a business from other businesses. And we're certainly prescribing here, make sure you feel like you're giving a gift rather than taking money out of people's pocketbooks, that you're providing value. And being able to identify your individual business's unique value promise, or even yourself, I think is key. And that's part of what I shared in my why. I think that is my unique value promise, is that I want to give assist, baby.
Exactly. You see, people do not really see, understand, or maybe aware that it's just circulation of energy. If you want to get something for yourself in the spiritual, in the feeling area, then you should deliver something that is much more substance. So you deliver coaching. Yes, you get money, but you get a lot of appreciation. You get something that is beyond the money that really make you so proud of yourself for the good that you are giving. So if we are really focusing on the what, why I want it, now what is my gift? If you're focusing on the gift, the whole universe rewards you because you're really truly not for yourself. You are really for the gift you are. And this is all about. And when you're operating from the gift you are, you never lose energy. Never. Never. You don't depend on energy. You
Right.
don't depend on clients because when you give
It's just manifest,
purely, everybody comes to you. Everybody would like to get.
right? Manifest through Christ. So we've talked about the why, we talked a little bit about the what here. Now let's move on to the who. Who do we give this gift to? What's our target markets? Where do we find them? And how does this attraction happen? Well, what do you think, Duval?
We have the why, we have the what. Now, to who might be our clients? Who might be the people that would like to get our unique gift? Because each of us is unique. We are all different, we are all similar, but we are very much unique, each of us on its own way. So, who might need just to listen to me, just to hear me, just to get the knowledge I got? Who might appreciate it? Who might need it? Then we can really make list of clients in different sectors, in variety sectors. So this, and that. Okay, and how do I approach them? How do I put the bridge from them, not to sell, not to push? How do I put the bridge from them to know about me, to come into my field?
Right.
And that's why you and I, we never sell. We never sell. We really try to bring our amazing gift. We believe it's amazing. Either might appreciate more or less, it is their call.
Right.
But we really focusing on very high level of the good we are offering, and then we put the bridge. This is where we are, this is who we are. This is the way to approach us. If you really resonate with this, with us, you are most welcome. So then you have actions.
Yeah. Yeah. That's and that's a mindset, isn't it? In terms of how you present yourself and where you go to get those clients and being present. You got to show up. I always got
Actions. You have to come with actions. Without
to,
actions,
if you're not
actions
moving,
is
you're
as the
not getting
bridge.
things done. Part of that is the how. How do we deliver that gift? I mean, we kind of get the why, and then how do we go out and really make this gift something that's special? What's the process? What's the system? What kind of flow should a company have? And I think that's very much relative to the type of company you have and how much volume and whatever type of things you have. But it all comes back to how you present this stuff and what the why is, I think, and the what and what you're doing and who you're attracting. Um, Target
So
market comes to mind when we talk about the how. Who is our target?
tar target markets, potential clients, how do we approach them? What are the actions? Either networking or LinkedIn campaign or lead generation or presentations or exhibitions or seminars or webinars, or how do we really build almost a business plan, if you want,
Yes.
with
Yeah.
really doable actions, but those actions, they have only one purpose: bridge to let us deliver the gift we are. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all. It's not sell, it's not push, it's just open and hug. This is the way I believe that you really, really, really start circulating the energy. You bring your gift, you offer who you are, people really attract to it, resonate with this, and then you got your reward back in money, appreciation, love, hug, fulfillment, everything that you were looking for initially. The
Right.
why.
Wow. Powerful stuff, Yuval. Powerful stuff. And I want to emphasize it's not complex. It's not difficult. What you're prescribing here is very simple. It's not tough to get over that hump and understand your why and where you're coming with your whole thing. And what it spreads to is eventually the essence of the being in terms of the company you run, or the people you're around, or your tribe, or whoever you're involved with, your group, whatever, your church group, whatever it might be. It spreads and becomes a culture that you can often lead. And I think from a business coaching perspective, culture is critical. Culture will beat strategy all day long. When you've got everybody rowing the same direction in your company, you're all got your oars in the water and you all know what this why is. We're all together on it. What a powerful operation you have and the fun you get to have doing it. It's not a struggle. It's not like you're fighting. The energy is going the right direction. and everybody's growing, and it's a really fun time, I think, for businesses that get on to understanding this culture and have the leadership that draws others up into it. Um, I I have four areas that I like to work with people on in terms of defining culture sometime, and that's really the values that people bring to the business. One of them being the owner, three values they have. Second one would be the customers. What are the values they have? Back to the unique value promise and everything. What are they getting from this? What's the gift that's coming to them? Third one is the giving of the gift by my employees. How do they, what are their values about giving this gift? And you want them to internalize that and be a part of it. And fourth, but not least, but important, is what three things do we have to do to make sure this business is successful? And those are the 12 points of culture, a way to build a 12 point of culture kind of thing, just to think through it. Because I think companies need to have that guiding light and be reminded of it and maybe even posted on their walls. But they need to
Yes.
live. You got to live what you say.
But you said rightly, it's not complicated, it's very simple. I tell you what the difference in my eyes between simple and complicated. If you're focusing on yourself, on the money, it becomes very complicated. If you're focusing on the gift, on what you can really offer, things become very simple. So if people something doesn't work for them, I highly suggest them to really sit with themselves and examine what's really purpose. If it's getting money or is it giving the gift? If they switch it, things start flowing.
Success will happen. Yeah,
Successful happen.
yeah. So
Yes.
many, and you can smell that out so often. It's just, it's a great philosophy, great approach. I'm kind of in a closing line that I'm taking from a quote from a very famous individual named Yuval Rodin. Um, when an organization knows why it exists, what it gives, how it operates, and the essence being of the people, it becomes a natural magnet for success. Without effort, without chasing. Well stated, Yuval.
Thank you. I really appreciate that you mentioned it. Yeah, I really believe it. I really believe, and I love it. And do you know why angels fly?
Why do angels fly?
Yes,
I don't know.
because because they takes life easily. So it's not complicated.
Right, right.
Let's get it as a game, and then things,
I love it.
and then things will just come. It's a game.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, let's put a wrap to this. I want to say, hey, happy Thanksgiving to all the Americans in that corner
Yes.
that are having their Thanksgiving celebration tomorrow. And we'll remember Yuval's message right up front. Thanksgiving's every day. We have to
Yes.
give that thanks, and that's the gift that we want to give. So,
And we would like to thank you, all of you, for being with us.
yeah,
We are hoping, we hope that will really bring some gift for you. We try.
all right.